Hello my dear students, welcome back. Chalo, today we're going to do a fatafat revision of a very important chapter for your board exams, Biodiversity and Conservation. I'm going to make sure you're totally ready for this one.
I know. The exams are just around the corner. And this chapter, it feels massive, right? So many facts, so many figures. A lot of you have told me you find it a bit tricky. But hey, don't you worry at all. Your favorite tutor is right here, and we are going to make this chapter super simple. We'll break it down, and trust me, by the end of this, you'll feel like a pro. Chalo, let's start. Okay, first things first. Let's tackle the big question. What exactly is this thing called biodiversity? Let's make the definition crystal clear. So, in the simplest words, biodiversity is just all the different kinds of life you find in one area, the total variety of life on Earth. We're talking everything from the tiniest genes to massive ecosystems. Oh, and a fun fact for your exam, the term was made popular by the sociobiologist Edward Wilson. Basically, it's everything living all around us.
Now, this variety isn't just one big thing. It actually exists at 3 different levels. And the best part? We can understand all 3 using examples right from our own beautiful country, India. How cool is that?
Okay, Bachchan, pay close attention. First, you have genetic diversity. This is variety within the same species. Just think about mangoes. We have Safeda, Langra, Dasheri, so many. India actually has more than 1,000 varieties of mangoes and 50,000 different strains of rice. That's genetic diversity. Next up is species diversity. This one's about the number of different species in an area. For example, the Western Ghats have way more types of amphibians, frogs and stuff, than the Eastern Ghats do. And finally, we have ecological diversity. This is the big picture, the variety of entire ecosystems. And wow, India is just amazing here. We have deserts, lush rainforests, mangroves, coral reefs, the whole shebang. Simple, right? All right, so we've established there's a lot of variety, but just how much are we talking about? Let's get into the numbers, and believe me, they are absolutely mind-boggling. Now listen up. This pie chart, this is super important for your exam, so please focus here. It shows the share of different species groups, but just look at the invertebrates. See that massive piece of the pie? Any guesses what that is? It's more than 70%. Just think about that. More than 70% of all known animal species belong to just one group. What could it be? You got it. Insects. Isn't that incredible? It literally means that for every 10 animals on this planet, 7 of them are insects. Just look around you. They are the true rulers of the planet, really. So what about our India? Let's talk about our country. Look at this. We have just 2.4% of the world's land. A tiny piece, right? But we have a whopping 8.1% of all the species diversity on the globe. That is amazing. And that's exactly why India is known as one of the world's mega-diversity countries. It's something we should all be incredibly proud of. Okay, millions of species, we get it. But so what? Why should you and I really care? I mean, does it really matter if a few of them disappear? Well, let's understand this with a very simple but powerful story. Yeah, really think about it. There are just so many different kinds of frogs out there. If one tiny little tree frog species goes extinct, will anyone even notice? Does it actually make a difference?
Well, to answer that very question, a very smart Stanford ecologist, Paul Ehrlich, came up with a fantastic analogy. He called it the Rivet popper hypothesis, and it makes this whole idea super easy to grasp.
So here's what he said. Imagine an ecosystem is like an airplane, and every species, every plant, every animal is a rivet. You know those little screws holding the plane's body together? Now imagine every passenger on the plane decides to pop one rivet and take it home as a souvenir. At first, maybe nothing happens, the plane still flies. But what if you keep losing rivets? And worse, what if someone removes a really important rivet from the wing? The whole plane becomes unstable and boom, it crashes. The point is, every single species matters. Losing a key species is like taking a rivet from the wing. It can cause the entire ecosystem to collapse.
Okay, so if our ecosystem is in danger, who are the bad guys? What are the main threats? Let's meet the villains of this story. Your textbook calls them something very easy to remember for the exam, the evil Quartet.
All right, so there are 4 of them. The number 1 biggest villain is habitat loss and fragmentation. This is when we destroy the homes of animals and plants, like when the Amazon rainforest is cleared for farming. It's the most common reason for extinctions.
Number 2, overexploitation. This is when human need turns into greed. We hunt and fish so much that species just can't recover. Think of the poor stellar sea cow or the passenger pigeon, gone forever because of this. Villain number 3 is alien species invasions. This is when a new species comes from somewhere else and messes everything up, like the Nile perch in Lake Victoria, which wiped out hundreds of local fish species. And finally, number 4, co-extinctions. This is a 2-for-1 tragedy. When one species goes extinct, another species that depends entirely on it also goes extinct, like a parasite that lives only on one type of fish. If the fish disappears, so does the parasite.
Okay, enough with the depressing villains. Let's talk about the heroes. How do we fight back? What's our plan to save the day and conserve biodiversity?
Basically, we have 2 main strategies, 2 plans of action. First is in-situ conservation. In-situ just means on-site. The idea here is simple. To save the tiger, you save the whole forest. You protect the entire ecosystem. Think of national parks, sanctuaries, and biosphere reserves. The other way is ex-situ conservation. Ex-situ means off-site. This is more like an emergency rescue mission. When a species is about to go extinct, we take it out of its dangerous home and protect it in a special place, like a zoo or a botanical garden. This also includes things like seed banks, where we save seeds for the future.
Okay, pen and paper ready, everyone. This is a classic 3-mark board exam question, so listen carefully. What are biodiversity hotspots? Name the ones in India. Let's get you the perfect answer.
Here's exactly what you need to write. Point 1, hotspots are areas with super high species richness, meaning tons of different species. They also have high endemism. That's a key word. It means the species there are found nowhere else on Earth. Point 2, these amazing places are also under serious threat. There are 34 hotspots in the entire world. In India, we have 3 of them, the Western Ghats in Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma, and the Himalayas. And here's the final, mind-blowing point. If we can just protect these 34 hotspots, we could reduce global mass extinctions by almost 30%. That's huge.
So, at the end of the day, why does all of this matter? It's not just about what we get from nature, the oxygen, the food. There's a deeper reason. Your textbook puts it so beautifully. We have a moral duty, a responsibility to take care of all these living things, and to pass on this rich legacy to the generations that come after us.
And just like that, we're done. See, it wasn't so bad, was it? We've covered every single important topic from this chapter. You are now perfectly prepared. Go into that exam with confidence. All the very best. I know you are going to do fantastically well.
But before you go, just one last thought. Your exam is important, for sure. But this chapter, this is about our planet, our home, our future. So I want you to ask yourself, what's one small, simple thing that you will do for our planet today? Just think about it. Okay, take care everyone. Bye-bye.